Everyone laughed when she stepped onto the range, until the wind itself seemed to bow for her. No one expected the joke to turn on the man who made it. Sergeant Cole's voice cut across the sun-bleached training field, loud enough for every recruit to hear. The bright daytime glare shimmered off the sand as he smirked, tapping the brim of his hat while looking at the new arrival. A calm-faced young woman named Lena Hart, the only female sniper candidate in the entire battalion. By the third sentence, tension had already settled over the field like heat waves rising from the dirt. Cole's joke echoed again, sharp and mocking. "Let's see if her kill count matches her hair clips." Recruits snickered. Some shook their heads, and Lena, she simply tightened her jaw, her heartbeat steady but her palms trembling. "Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening." Cole expected her to break. He expected hesitation, nerves, excuses. But what he got was a woman who had spent 3 years in shadows no one here could imagine. As she lay down on the gravel, the wind shifted suddenly, carrying a thin veil of dust across the range. It brushed against her cheek like an old warning. She blinked, steadying her breath. The murmurs behind her grew louder. Someone muttered, "She won't hit anything in this glare." Another whispered, "She shouldn't even be here." But Lena heard only one voice, the one she'd buried months ago. "Never let them see you shake," her father's words. The last thing he said before he never came back. Cole blew a whistle, one shot. "Prove you belong." She thought she'd never face men like him again. She was wrong. Her finger hovered over the trigger, but doubt clawed at her. What if they were right? What if she missed? The sun pressed hot against her back, sweat gathering at her neck. A nearby recruit shifted, causing a small pebble to roll and tap her boot. That tiny sound vibrated through her bones. She exhaled slowly, long, controlled, quiet enough to change the air itself. She fired. The bullet sliced across the bright training ground, disappearing into the haze. For a moment, no one breathed. Even the dust hung still, as if waiting for permission to fall. Then a distant metallic ping echoed back across the range. The bullseye plate didn't just ring. It shuddered violently, swinging nearly sideways from the force. The crowd erupted, not with cheers, but stunned silence. Cole's smirk dissolved. He blinked hard, adjusting his sunglasses as if the lenses had betrayed him. But she wasn't done. "5 more, Cole muttered, voice suddenly tight. Lena rose to her knees. The recruits around her stepped back instinctively, like the air around her had changed temperature. She lined up again, each shot a whisper through sunlight. The targets fell so smoothly, so cleanly, that even the new trainees stopped murmuring and started watching with wide, unblinking eyes. By the 5th shot, neighbors from nearby housing units had come outside, drawn by the noise. A couple leaned over their porch railing, shading their eyes. Even the base gardener paused, resting on his rake as the atmosphere shifted from teasing amusement to collective awe. Cole swallowed, hard. The last target was the farthest, so far that even experienced shooters doubted it could be hit in daylight shimmer. The heat distorted the outline. The wind tugged unpredictably at her hair. Her arms ached. This was her moral crossroad: prove herself, or walk away from the man who mocked her the same way others once mocked her father. She inhaled. The world narrowed, the air stilled. Her final shot sailed cleanly through the heat waves and struck the center with such precision that even Cole stepped backward. A visible shiver ran through him. The kind a seasoned soldier only feels when confronted with power he underestimated. He approached her slowly, boots crunching through gravel. When he finally spoke, his tone had shifted entirely. "Hart, who trained you?" Lena stood, brushing dust from her uniform. "A man you probably would have laughed at too," she said softly. "My father." The recruits straightened. The murmurs turned into quiet respect. And for the first time since she arrived on base, Lena felt the sunlight warm her instead of expose her. Because courage doesn't shout, it endures, and then it answers. And sometimes the brightest days reveal the deepest truths. If you enjoyed this story, drop a comment, share your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful daytime stories, just like this.